Europa League FCSB vs PAOK prediction, team news, lineups preview. FCSB take a narrow advantage into the second leg of their Europa League knockout playoff tie against PAOK on Thursday night after a surprise win in Thessaloniki last week. Second-half goals from Andre Gheorghita and Joyce Kimdawa turned the tie on its head in Greece, with the Romanians in the driving seat ahead of the second leg. Match preview. There is little to separate FCSB, managed by Cypriot Elias Charalambous, and PAOK, managed by Romanian Răzvan Lucescu in this clash between the Romanian and Greek giants. After Alai Samata's early goal in Salonika, PAOK looked set to take control of the tie, and could have been further ahead before the huge flashpoint of Tazone's red card just before the interval. That turned the tie on its head, with FCSB going on to win 2-1, making them the favourites to advance to the last 16. FCSB may have finished the league phase in 11th, 11 places above PAOK, but it was the Greek side who were favourites to progress before the first leg. And the visitors will still feel confident of doing what the Romanians did to them a week ago. That will be challenging though, given FCSB's recent form that has now seen them win 3 in a row and go 5 unbeaten, after also beating Gloria Buzău 2-0 at the weekend. Manchester United are the only team to beat Charalambous' men in 8 games since the winter break, keeping them top of Romania's Liga I. And they will now seek to win a knockout tie in Europe for the first time since 2013. When they knocked Ajax out on penalties in this competition. Advancing with a victory in the second leg would also see FCSB win both legs of a European knockout tie for the first time since the 2005-2006 UEFA Cup, when they knocked Vålerenga out on the way to the semi-finals. The home support will be dreaming of such success in a wide-open Europa League this season. But that run from nearly 2 decades ago does bring back the nightmares of squandering a 3-0 aggregate lead 30 minutes into the second leg against Middlesbrough. History favors the hosts ahead of this second leg though, because FCSB have only lost to Greek opposition once in 5 previous meetings in a 6-3 defeat to Panathinaikos back in 1998. That is bad news for PAOK, who themselves have a dreadful record against Romanian clubs, winning just 1 of 5, and that came all the way back in the 1970-71 Fairs Cup first round against Dinamo Bucharest. After also losing on matchday 8 of the league phase away to Real Sociedad, PAOK could fall to defeat in 3 successive European games for the first time in 6 years here. And that is a very real possibility, considering they have lost 5 of their last 6 away matches on the continent. While the Greeks were Conference League quarter-finalists in 2022 and 2024, they have never reached the last 16 of the UEFA Cup/Europa League, so it was important to breed some confidence ahead of a potentially historical fixture. Lucescu's men duly obliged, thrashing Lamia 7-0 at the weekend, but sitting 8 points behind leaders Olympiacos means the title looks a distant dream, placing even greater importance on advancing in Europe. Team news. Charalambous changed almost his entire FCSB team at the weekend for the trip to Gloria Buzău, keeping the majority of his important first-team players in reserve ahead of this return leg. Gheorghita played a big role in pulling FCSB back into the game last week, and despite starting at the weekend, he could do so again with Daniel Berlija suspended after his booking in Greece. Risto Radjunovic was banned at the weekend and will return here, but Octavian Popescu, Mihai Alexandru, Darius Alaru, Miha Toma and William Betten are all currently nursing injuries for the hosts. Tyson is banned for PAOK following his dismissal in the first leg, and with 7 players not registered to play in Europe, Lucescu's options in terms of personnel are slightly limited. The injured Dejan Lovren, as well as Timo Bakayoko, Yuri Pavlenka, Virinha, Sergio Pena, Mateusz Wieteska and Jonathan Gomez will all be unavailable here, due to the limited number of changes PAOK could make to their Europa League squad ahead of the playoffs. Some of PAOK's squad players proved their worth at the weekend though, as they won 7-0 with a slightly rotated side, but the star man was regular starter Giannis Constantelias, who scored a hat-trick inside an hour. FCSB possible starting lineup: Tarnavanu, Cretu, Dawa, M. Popescu, Radinovic, Chiriches, Sut, Gheorghita, Sisati, Tanas, Stefanescu. PAOK possible starting lineup: Sifsis, Johnny, Kedziora, Michailidis, Baba Rahman, Might, Schwab, Pelkas, Constantelias, Zivkovic, Semata. We say, FCSB 1-3 PAOK. PAOK were favorites ahead of the tie, and do have the stronger squad on paper, so despite their poor record against Romanian clubs, they will fancy their chances of progressing. Nobody knows what would have happened in Greece if the numbers on each side remained equal. But they will be at kickoff here, and FCSB could struggle with the attacking talent in the PAOK side, in a tie that should be close, and may well go beyond the 180 minutes. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.